Hello everybody, it's time for a solo playthrough of Tidal Blades Heroes of the Reef. In this game we will perform challenges, we will fight monsters, we will try to outshine our rival. In the solo mode, the main objective is to finish ahead of your rival on the champion board. So to do that, we will then try to be better, perform better actions, and so on, impress on the judge more than our rival does, so we can get ahead and win the game. So first, let's see here. I will play as Dust, and my rival will be Sagashi, and I also have two allies in the solo mode, Eco and Axel, that will, if I am ahead of them on the champions board, I can use them as an additional action during my turns, basically. But I need to be ahead of them, and when I use their action, they will skip 3 steps up on the champions board, so we have to work our way up again to be able to use them one more time. But I think it's pretty neat mechanism. Our rival will follow the single steps here on the solo mode, and the funny thing here is that we will, this works, we draw a challenge card. I can show you here. We reveal the location where the rival will go, the place of the location, in this case it will be the second place, and this will then be added to the solo board here, where this number, depending on our difficulty here, we will play on normal. So when we reach 11 or higher in total value, it will trigger a plot effect. These are different for the different places here. So I think it's pretty neat mechanism here to get this a little bit rush and some other things. But we can also remove these cards by performing challenges that are equal or higher than the number, and we can remove one of these cards when we perform our challenges as well. Will make itself more clear once we get playing. Okay, so the locations here, we have the fold. This is the area where we have the monsters coming. This is sort of the outside of the reef, and they will come and maybe attack us, but we of course need to fight them as well. So this is going to be keep on coming more and more monsters. The other location here is the Citadel time, and here we can then use different placements where we put our action disc and our character. We can also, as a bonus action here, draw 2 challenge cards. On the next location, which is the Droska ring, we can spend fruit to buy some things from the market, and of course we have these locations to go to. In the Chronoseum, we can basically get our dice and also some stunt cards as a bonus action. In the Lamara Stadium, we push this boat around and pick up the reward depending on where we end up and how many steps we move the boat. So we get to choose a location, and all of these different challenges have different areas. So if I go to Lamara Stadium, I can then perform a challenge in that area. And to perform a challenge, I will need to roll my dice to get these symbols. So to make the challenge, I need to do the full circle one, and I can also push it if I want to. If I succeed or don't succeed, any luck or any hit I get on these icons, I get to increase the trait 1 step or 2 steps depending on. And push here is very important in the solo mode, because you do want to push in front of your rival, because that will help you move along on the champions board. So push it is something we're going to try to do as much as possible when we are at the same area or location as our rival. I will go through all that more when we get going. Like I said, we have our character board here, and we have 4 different traits. We have focus, spirit, resilience, and synergy that we will try to get as high as possible, because they help us get better. So focus increases our possibility to roll more dice each turn. Spirit is increasing our stunt power, so when these cards that are pretty powerful, we can get better rewards. Resilience is how many dice we can refresh and upgrade in the night phase between each day. And the synergy allows us to have more character cards, which in this case we start off with a basic skill, but before we attempt the challenge in any area where there's another character, the judge or a rival or anything, we can pick up a seashell. The seashell, they have a really cool function in this game. So we have our little shell shield here, and when we roll the die, we will also roll this danger die, and every time we get an X, we need to absorb that hit with either a seashell. If we can't do that, we will then lose one of our dice we're rolling. But if I absorb it, I will add more shells to my shield, and I can then spend these basically here to get change a die to any value I want or any symbol I want to have. And when I can spend 6, then I can refresh 2 dice. So it's different ways of how I can use these shells, which is a pretty cool system, I think, as well, in the game. Another resource we have is the fruit. Allows us to roll more dice if we don't have enough focus. So now we start off with just be able to roll 1 die, but then I can spend the fruit to roll 2 die. I can also spend fruit here in the market to buy some stuff, and this is of course very tempting because it gives us a step on the champion board. So in the solo mode, that is the only thing we're going to focus on, basically. I will go through a lot of things when I'm playing, but another thing that is pretty important is that when we finish a set of different challenges from each different location, we also get 2 steps on the champions board. So we will try to have that as also a goal to spread out and make a balanced sort of different kind of challenges in the game. But we can also roll a lot of, or we can upgrade our dice. As you can see here, these are the novice dice, and then we have the initiate dice, and then we go into the elite die, and then we have the guild die here. So we can go in different location or areas, or sort of not areas, but ways with how we level up our dice, basically. So we start off with 2 novice dice, and then hopefully we can pick up some better ones, which either has more of these sort of bluish kind of symbols, the resilience, synergy, or we go the other way with spirit and focus. So we're going to try to balance that out as well. So I'll show you how that works too. Okay, I think these are our starting challenges we have. So I will keep this off cam, I think, and then I can put stuff in the hair in this area when I'm doing stuff, so you know what's happening. So I'm going to keep this off camera. And I think, like I said, we're ready to go. And in the solo mode, the rival always goes first. So the first thing we do is we reveal one of these challenge cards. This means that he will go into Droska Ring. So that's the location. We take one of these action discs. And the 1 here means that we go into location number 1. Place a disc and place the character on that. We then place this card in this plot effect here. And if we're here, we discard a market call, refill that space. So we're going to discard this one and refill. We have the challenge card, sorry, and then we go check if the judge would have been in this location, the rival would have been 2 steps on the champions board. Now it's not, so we will then reveal an extra challenge card and add it to the plot. So we won't do anything else, but we will add this card to this plot here, which has a value of 3. So it's a pretty big step to get up to the threshold. So on our turn, we have these challenges here, and if we perform a challenge in front of a judge, we get +1 on the champions board. So I think we're going to try to go for that one. That means we need to play a matching symbol. I show here. Need to place the matching symbol of the location. In this, we want to go to the Chronoseum, right? So we take one of our discs, and this will require us to do some spirit, which is a red die. So I'm thinking we're going to go to this here, place our disc, our character, and we get a red die. As the bonus action on this location, we get to draw a stunt card. These can be very powerful. So in this case, I'll show here, we get Judge's Favor, which means that we can gain a reward when we sort of decide to cash this card in. We can gain the reward up to our spirit level. So the higher up, we get a better reward. So I will place this here so we can, this one is good for you to see as well. Okay, so now we, it's perfect combination, right? Because we can try to get our spirit level up as high as possible, and then we can trigger this one as soon as we can. So we're gonna roll 2 dice. We can only roll 1 in our focus. So the red one is a guarantee we will roll because that has a lot of focus symbols on it. And I can spend 1 fruit to roll an additional die. So I'm going to do that. We have 2 shells here, so hopefully we can mitigate the if we get on the danger die. So let's see what happens here. Let's start with a roll. Here we go. Okay, so we got an X, which means that we either need to remove a dice, or we can now, in this case, spend a seashell, put it on our shell shield to absorb that. We got a focus and we got a resilience, so we don't want to use any of those, right? So we're going to roll again. See what happens. Oops. That's a good one because we don't have to absorb any with our seashell. We got a question mark, which is good because we can use it as anything. And we have another focus, so we're going to re-roll these ones. I can roll as many times as I want to. That's the good thing, just as long as I have seashells to absorb. Okay, so we will need to spend 1 more shell to absorb the damage. Now we have 4. So now we can use this to set our die into any phase we want, basically. But to complete this challenge right now, we have the two symbols we need because we have completed the challenge and we also managed to do the push. This means that we get to increase our spirit level 2 times. So now we have a spirit level of 2. We take this the challenge card and we place this in underneath here. So we know that we have fulfilled that quest. We were successful performing a challenge in front of the judge, which gives us a step on the challenge board, champions board, sorry, which is really, really good because now we can then use Axel when because we're at the same level or ahead of him, so we can use him as an additional action right now. And when we use him right now, we will also trigger the card. And this is when you visit Lamara Stadium, move the boat an extra space, which is basically gives us a different reward. So if we could push that one, hopefully maybe get another step on the champions board would be great. Okay, so these dice now, they are spent. I will put them in the spent dice area. So we're going to have to refresh those at some point. This will happen in the night phase, depending on our resilience level. We can either we try to raise that one now, or we will have to find another way to refresh those dice. Okay, it's our rival's turn. So we will then start by revealing a challenge card to see where he goes. And he will go to Chronoseum in location number 1. If there is a situation where if he would have been 2 here instead, so he can't go, he will instead go to the fold and fight the monster. He ends up in front of the judge, which means that he takes 2 spaces on the champions board. This one ends up in the plot. Oh, that's too bad because I would have been able to move that if that would have been before. Anyway, so he ends up there. Since he's in front of the judge, he won't draw an additional card. So it's our turn again. Okay, so it's our turn. I think since we now can use Axel here, and he has the benefit of going to Lamara Stadium, and we have our challenge card we can play there. I think that makes sense. So what we will do is we will just move him. He doesn't spend the action disc. So we go here, we pick up two shells. Using his skill is when we move the when you visit Lamar Stadium, move the boat 1 extra space. So as a bonus here, we move the boat, so we get a stunt card, and we will get another shell, which is great because we moved the extra step, right? Put his card right here, and then we reveal a new one, which is his amulet. So we will take the stunt card. Oh, and this is a similar one, right? But we get different rewards. So that's pretty good. We already increased our spirit. So we could cash this one in right now, and we could get refresh a die and get a seashell. Maybe not so bad. Or we wait, because it's also can, but we need to get our spirit up to 4, and that's gonna, let's cash this one in right now, just for the sake of it. So we cash this one in, which means that we get to refresh 1 die, and we get another seashell. So this one is spent now, we can just discard that. And since we're in the Lamara Stadium, we're gonna try to perform this challenge on the pillar balance, which means that we need to get 2 focus. So we have 2 dice. We only have 1 focus, so we need to spend another fruit to be able to roll the die, to roll 2 die. So, and we're going to roll the danger die, right? We need at least 1 focus, but we have our 4 shields here, so we can flip a die into any side we want to. Okay, so we need to add a seashell, but we got 1 focus, so that's good. So we managed to succeed with the challenge. Now if we want to, then we can push for 1 more. And I do like that actually, because we have shells, and if we get 1 more here, we have 6, so we can refresh 2 die, because we have 1 more action this turn. Let's do that. So we're going to keep that one, and we're going to roll again. I'm going to re-roll that one. No, that's a spirit, so we're going to roll again. Okay, here we go. We got the focus. We also got to spend another seashell, so now we have 6. We succeeded with both, so we increase our focus value by 2. These dice are spent, so we put them here, but then now, if we want to, we could remove our 6 shells and refresh 2 die. Let's wait, because we can only refresh and upgrade 1 die here when we come into the night soon, so maybe we'll keep that special feature. Okay, we succeeded with this one, which means that we put it under that side of the board. So now we have succeeded with 2 different challenges. So that's awesome. So it's our rival's turn. We will reveal the challenge card. Once again, he will end up, and this is the 4th location. So we add this additional disc here to the 4th location and move him. He's still in front of the judge, so he gets 2 steps on the champions board. It adds 4 to the plot value, which is pretty high, and a really tough quest for us to try to beat as well. One thing I forgot, sorry. When we used Axel, we need to skip ahead 3 steps. 1, 2, 3. So we can't use him again until we catch up with him again. Okay, we have 1 more action this turn. So I'm thinking we only have the 1 challenge card now, which is pretty good, because we need to increase our resilience a little bit as well. But let's go and pick up some more quests, so we have some more locations to go to. So let's go and get some fruit. I think that's good. Go here, move our character, so we get 3 fruit. Means it allows us to roll a lot of dice, right? We also get to discard 2 challenge cards from this place. I think we get rid of this one and this one, and then we reveal 2 new. Another focus. Okay, that's interesting, because the judge is going to move in a clockwise direction here, so he's going to go to Lamara Stadium next turn, so we might want to go there actually. I don't think it's a bad thing to get more focus, actually. This is also really, really good. Let's go for these 2. Oh, wait, hang on, we can actually do like this. I'll grab this one and then we'll flip one and see what comes up. Deep dive. Nope. I'm gonna take this one, and oh, that would have been good too. And yeah, in the Citadel time, you cannot perform any challenges. So basically, the first round, is over. So what happens now in the round end? We check for monster invasion, And this means that we roll this die, 7, which means that the giant mud crab will actually invade us. So if we now would have needed to have some hit tokens here on this one guy to absorb a little bit, but since we don't, we're going to lose a die. So we're going to lose one of these initiate dice, and then we move that guy along, and then we reveal the next one, which is a massive hagworm comes in. So next step we check is if any monster would have been here, it would flee. That would mean we all get -1 step on the champions board. The next thing we do is then we refresh and upgrade our die according to our resilience. So in our case now it's going to be 1 because we don't have a high value. We collect our action discs here. We put Axel back, right? And we have this one. And then we move the judge to, in this case now, the Lamara Stadium. And then we also will move the turn marker to round 2, which means that we will exchange the danger die, which adds basically one side with 2 X's on. We each get 1 more action disc, and we're ready to go. We're starting off with the rival, reveal the challenge card. In this case, he will go to Droska Ring and location number 3, which means to block this space here. He's not in front of the judge, so we will reveal another card. This is also Droska Ring in a value of 3. So now we have a plot value here of 7 on the Droska Ring. We have 5 in the Colosseum and 3 in Lamara Stadium. So far okay. Okay, let's see here. We wanna go to Droska Ring really to try to get the first set here, but the challenge we have there is not best because we have a red die and we don't have any resilience symbols on that die. Okay, this is not the optimal thing, but we're going to spend 6 seashells here. We can refresh 2 die, but we only have 1, but we need that one. So we're going to refresh that die. We're going to select the location here on Lamara Stadium because we want to perform in front of the judge, and we can also move the boat to get 1 step on the champions board. So yeah, let's go get some more seashells. We get 2 seashells. We get to move the boat 1 step, so we get 1 step on the champions board. And now we can then perform a challenge. So we're going to perform this one here. Increases our focus, since we have basically the focus die, otherwise we would have gone for the other one. But let's see, we're going to take the danger die. We're going to try before attempting a challenge while on the same island as another character, gain 1 shell. I'm assuming the judge is a character, so we get 1 shell. Okay, we need to absorb 1. We didn't get any focus, so we're just going to roll again. Nothing really happens, so we can roll again. Here we go. We get 2 focus. We need to spend another shell to absorb the danger die, but then we succeed with both the challenge and the push. So we get 2 increases on our focus. So now we can roll 3 die, which is good. We also performed 1 in front of the judge, so we can go up 1 step on the champions board. And we add this to our Lamara Stadium challenges. So that's our turn. These dice are spent, so they will end up here. The good thing with this, now we can use Eco as well in the as a bonus action because we reached up to his level on the champions board. And when rolling dice, you may use 1 resilience trait symbol as any trait symbol. Let's see if that's good or not. But now we have no dice, so we're going to have to try to reactivate those. Okay, let's see. It's our rival's turn, so we will flip a card. This is Lamara Stadium, so we take 1 disc in location 2, which is busy, which means that the the rival then will go to the fold. So I will roll the die here, see where he ends up. 4. So he will go to the inner reef. And oh, there it is. Then we will look at the point value here on the card, which means that he will inflict. He will go to second. I didn't mean to roll dice. I just go to the second location, and then in the round 2 we will add 2 hit tokens from his side here. He will get 1 step on the champion's board. So we go from the top right and downwards, right? And then he gets 1 step on the champion's board for that. We add these to his plot. We will need to refresh our die to be able to perform any challenges. So we will go here, refresh as many dice as we like. The bonus action is to draw 2 challenge cards, and I do like this one. And let's refill, see what happens. Maybe also take this one. 2 different locations, and I like that we can have the Chronoseum as well as a possibility. So on the rival turn, we reveal a challenge card. In this case, it's Chronoseum, location 2, which is possible, right? So it will go over there. There's no judge is not there, so we will reveal another card, which is 2 here. The plot effects are getting pretty high on each. They all have 7, right? So I'm getting a bit nervous here. Okay, it's our turn, and I think we will take some help from Eco, our ally here, and we will try to perform a challenge in front of our rival, especially with the push it. So see if we can get 1 more step on the champions board, right? So we have the 2 dice here, which is great. I will also move Eco. Or should I wait with him? Because, yeah. Let's just go with ourselves. We get 1 novice die, and we get 1 fruit. We can roll 3 dice, so we're going to roll all these ones. We do have some seashells, so I'm feeling pretty confident. Let's see what happens. So we need 1 spirit. We need 1, or preferably 2 resilience. Let's see. Okay, we need to absorb 1 damage here, which is not so bad because I do want to actually get 1 more, because then I can flip. Because we've already got that is the spirit. We have the resilience, so we're going to roll again and see with these guys and see what happens. Okay, we need to absorb with 1 more seashell. So we have the 4 here now. We can remove these to change this into another resilience, right? That's perfect. So we get 1 more spirit. We get 2 resilience. We pushed it in front of our rival, which means that we get 1 step on the champions board. And we can now also, due to that we're in a Chronoseum, we can remove this one from the plot effect of our rival. And we can add this to R here instead. So now we definitely need to perform some challenges in the Droska ring soon. Maybe next time we will try to do that, because the judge will be at that location, so I think it makes sense. Okay, our round, we move our spent dice to the spent dice area. What happened also, we moved up with Axel again, so we can actually use him 1 more time as an action as well. But first, let's go to the rival action, their last action this turn. They will go to Droska ring at location number 1. And they will then remove 1 card from the market, which is this one. And the judge is not there, so we will reveal 1 more card. Oh, I should also do like that, right? Which is 1 in the Chronoseum. So that's okay. Okay, so yeah, we will. Oh, that's pretty good. That's really good. Also, this one is really good. So we can use Axel and we can use Eco this round. When you're at Lamara Stadium, you may attempt a challenge from any arena. That's good because Rudge is there, right? But we don't have any die available. So can we refresh those in any way? We need that. We need to go here. This is open, so we can always go there, of course. But that would be a waste, I think, to go with Eco there. But maybe it's if we go with Eco there and then we go with Axel there, maybe it's fairly okay anyway. Okay, let's do that. So Eco, you will just go here, refresh all the die. We will remove this and flip another one. This one, see? After fighting a monster, gain a die with a level equal to the number of different types of traits you hit. Okay, we will move him 1, 2, 3 spaces on the champions board. So now we have the die again. Our rival is done for the turn. No, don't have any more action discs. Now then we can use Axel. We can perform any. We only have one seashell though. That's a little bit scary. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go to Droska Ring with Axel. I'm gonna pick up 2 seashells. We can now spend here to get fruit. Let me check. Yeah, we can get. We can either increase our spirit level, and then we can pick up some rewards, or we can spend 4 fruit to pick up these 2 dice. I like that. Let's spend the 4 fruit to get this card. So we get 1 red and 1, and then we're gonna refill. Oh, that would have been even better actually. But anyway, we get to perform a challenge now. So we're gonna do this one, which means that we need to get 3 resilience. So we can use 3 dice. We don't have any fruit, but I'm hoping that we can increase this because we can also refresh more die, right? And we get 2 steps on the champions board. That would be really good. And if we push it, succeed with the push it, we get 1 more step on the champions board. So let's try this, see what happens. Good to go. Okay, we need to spend 1 seashell due to that, and then we got 1 resilience, we got 2 focus, so we're going to roll again. Come on, that's good. We need to absorb 1 more for the danger die. Give you 1 more chance. At least now we succeeded with the challenge, right? Let's hope we can succeed with the push here as well. Yes. So we need to absorb that, which is okay, but we succeed then with all these. So we get to increase our resilience 3 steps. 1, 2, 3. We also pushed it in front of our rival, which gives us a step up on the champions board. We used Axel, right? So we should go 1, 2, 3 with him. Should also remove this. Another card. These dice are spent, so we put them in the spent dice area. We take our card, and now we have a value of 2 here, so we can remove 1 of the cards from the plot. We also have 1 set now, which gives us 2 steps on the champions board. 1, 2. So pretty good turn, I would say. Now we can use both Axel and Eco again next turn, which is really good. So, and we got our resilience up to 3, so we can refresh all our dice spent basically. We need to get our synergy up now, I think, as the next step. Okay, so the round is over. We're gonna check here now and see if there's a monster invasion. Probably will be from someone. So let's see, from 1, which is the inner reef. So if we would have had hit tokens here on equal or more than a rival, I think. Yeah, you need equal or more. It would not hit me, but now it hits me, so I will lose a die. So I will lose one initiate die. So now we have the monster advance, right? We're going to flip a new one, and this one, the giant mud crab, will then flee. So when a monster flees, we move -1 on the champion's board. I don't know if the rival does that. Maybe I should check that. Okay, I'm going to check that. We move the massive hagworm, and then we put up the Karakeen, which is a bit tougher. So this is an easy, this is a hard one. And the rival will not move minus here due to the monster fleeing, because they had some hit tokens on it. So they will stay here. So it's fairly tight on the champion's board. So we done all the monster stuff. We go into the fresh and upgrade our die. So we can now do 3. So we return these. And we're going to take 2 blue die now instead. So we upgrade those. We collect all our action discs. So we eco and we move the judge up to Droska Ring. We then also move the turn marker to round 3. So we have, next round we will get 1 more action disc, and we will also upgrade the danger die. Okay, so it's a new round. So we will start with the rival. Let's see where he goes. He goes to Droska Ring, and location number 2, disc, character. Goes in front of the judge, so we get 2 spaces on the champion's board, and this is added then to the plot, but we don't reveal an additional card. But they now, or it's now 9 here, so we should definitely try to do some action in Droska Ring pretty soon. Okay, I think we have a fairly simple, we only have these 2 Lamara Stadium challenges, so I think we're gonna go and pick up some more challenges here. So, and I think we also need definitely get some shells, right? So let's go here, let's pick up 3 shells. Also move our character over there. As a bonus, we get to take 2 challenge cards. So I take this one because it's in Droska Ring, and we do want to have that one. And then there's another one, increasing our synergy, which is fairly good, but we already have this one from Lamara Stadium, so I don't think we'll take that. But okay, we don't have one at Chronoseum, so let's take this one. We go for that one, just to have one there. Oh, that was good, because we removed that one from the rival, right? So we didn't flip that next turn. That would have been triggering the plot. Our turn is over, so we go into the rival again. So we reveal the challenge card. This time he goes to Chronoseum, location number 2. There you go. Add this to the plot. It's now a value of 9. So we're going to reveal 1 more card because it's not in front of the judge or in the fold. So we add this to the Droska Ring. And now it's 11 here. So that will trigger the plot. So the plot effect in Droska Ring is that we draw a plot effect card and resolve it. So we take this, see what it says. Framed. Move the rival forward on the champion's board by an amount equal to the plot strength. So to find out about the plot strength, we're going to remove half the cards here rounded up. So we're going to remove 3, starting with the highest one. So we're going to remove these 3 cards. So the plot strength now is then 3. So he will take 3 steps on the champion board. 1, 2, 3. So that solved the plot effect, and it's our turn. Oh boy, we're gonna have to work hard now to catch up with him on the champions board. That was tough. So the plots are actually, they're very powerful. I think that's the funny part as well. you do want to try to keep those low. Okay, let's see here. We can either go to the Droska ring now to perform an action in front of the judge, but we do want to save that one so we can refresh die after. So let's save that one. Let's go to Lamara Stadium and see if we can work on our synergy a little bit. Okay, so here's the plan. We're gonna go to Lamara Stadium to try to increase our synergy a little bit. So we'll take one action disc and I'm gonna pick up the seashells. I see those are more valuable right now. So we go here, pick up 2 shells. We're bonus action, we're gonna move the boat. So we move the boat and get 2 fruits. Now we're gonna perform the challenge here. So we need to get 2 synergy symbols. So we're gonna use the blue die because those have the synergy symbols on them. So let's keep our fingers crossed. There's no judge, there's no rival, so, but anyways, it's good to get some more synergy. Okay, we need to absorb the danger die. We got one. Should we try to roll one more time? If not, we can spend, yeah, let's do that. Let's try to roll one more time. If not, we're going to spend 4 seashells to flip the die into it. Okay, perfect. We add one more seashell due to the danger die, and then we get succeed because we get 2 synergy symbols. So we're going to do 1, 2, which means, so now when we pass this card symbol here, we get to draw 2 cards and choose one. So we can get more powers basically. So okay, I'm gonna put this one here, and now we can also remove one here, but there's no for 1, so we can't do that. So we get to choose from Trinity Sword. When fighting a monster, all of your fighting styles are +1 level. Okay, that's good. Before Resilience Challenge, you may pay 1 shell to gain a novice die once per turn. Okay, that's pretty good. Yeah, I'm not gonna take the sword, I'm gonna take the Rise to the Challenge. So before a Resilience Challenge, anything where we have a symbol, like on this one, we may take 1 novice die. So it's our rival's turn. Let's see what they do. They goes to drop. Oh no, it's blocking the space we wanted. That's okay. He's in front of the judge. By adding 3 to the plot effect, he goes 2 steps, and we don't reveal a new card. Okay, that was a bit of a bummer that he took the location where we wanted to go and refresh our die, right? But okay, we're gonna definitely go to Droska ring because we definitely need to go 2 steps on the champions board, because if we succeed with this one, and we have those kind of dice right now, so that's what's gonna be the plan. So we're gonna play this card, or sorry, we're gonna do things in the right order. We're gonna go here to the drifter's dock. We're gonna gain 1 fruit. We need to remove 2 cards here. Let's see. Okay, let's remove these 2. Get a new one. Maybe that's pretty good. We can spend some fruit now. Get a shell and novice die, or we can spend 2 fruit to move up on the... Yeah, let's do that. So we spend 2 fruit to use this one. Take 1 step on the champions board. So I want to move this as well, forgot that, sorry. And now we can then perform the challenge here. So we need to can roll 3 dice, so we can roll these 2. We need to roll the danger die. We have shells, and we can, yeah, should be fine, hopefully. Okay, well, we succeeded with that one, but we got the double X. Okay, so I'm gonna do it like I'm gonna put one there, I'm gonna remove this 6 to refresh those dice, and I'm gonna add one more here. I think that's how it works. It doesn't really say, so let's see what happens. We have sold that. These are spent. We also get them to increase our spirit 2 steps. 1, 2. And we get to add this to here, which means that we completed another set of challenges. We get 2 steps on the champions board. So now we're ahead of both of our rivals. That's really nice. So we get some extra actions. We're going to need that. Oh, and yeah, we finished one, so we can remove this from the plot effect and Droska ring, right? And by that, it's our rival's turn. So we reveal a challenge card here. It is in space number 2, which is blocked. So they will go into the second location here. And now it's round 3, so they will inflict 3 wounds on the massive hagworm. So 1 step on the champions board. And this gets added here. Now we have 9 of value here in Lamara Stadium. So we definitely need to remove one of the cards there, not to trigger that plot. I think I'm going to take a fairly basic action now. I do want to go for the total brawl here in Lamara Stadium, because we can do that with the Axel here. And when you complete the 3 symbol challenge, you may take your island bonus again. So it's pretty good. You can take another boat basically. So we need these to die here. So we're going to take eco, move here, refresh these die. I'm going to whoops, here we go. Interesting. And then we reveal a new card. There, we're going to move 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3. Still ahead of them. That's pretty good. And we get to pick 2 challenge cards. Let's take this one and reveal another one. And we're going to take that. That's perfect. We need one for Droska ring here. Hopefully we can finish one more set, maybe. That was the goal. So our rivals already have all their actions. So we can now use Axel, and we're definitely gonna do that. So we're gonna go here. We're gonna go to Razor's Bay, which allows us to move the boat. So we get a challenge card. Let's see. Let's grab this one. Flip up a new one. That was the bonus action, right? No, that was that. And then we get the bonus action of moving the boat, so we can advance here. We get 1 novice die. And now we're gonna kind of like this one, because it gives us some different steps on these, which I think is fairly good. So okay, let's see. We're gonna roll. We can roll 3 dice without spending fruit. Let's roll the 2 blue ones and 1 red. We're gonna spend 1 fruit if we want to roll. We only have 1 shell. Okay, let's see what happens here. Okay, let's use this novice die, because then we can lose that one if needed. So let's see what happens. So we're spending 1 fruit to roll that 4th die, and hopefully we can not roll an X on the danger die for once. We have, see, it's good. This is actually awesome. We got the resilience, we got the focus, we got the synergy symbol. What we're lacking is the second synergy. So we can try one more time, or we can just be happy right there. I'm thinking that actually we should do, because when you complete the 3 symbol challenge, you may take your island bonus again. The risk here, we lose the die, and we don't want to lose this one right now. We can move the boat up here, which means that we can increase one of our traits 1 more level. It's okay. Let's try one more time. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. stop here. These are spent. We increase our resilience 1, we increase our focus 1, and we increase our synergy 1, which means that we get reveal another card. So we're going to do that. This one ends up in our challenge here, which is the 3, so we can remove 1 here from the plot effect, which is great because this one was very close to trigger. We used Axel here, right? So we can use this one, so we can trigger, oops, not him, the boat up there. Spending that one here. So we can increase 1 here. Should we? If we increase 1 more resilience, we can refresh all die at the end of the round, and that's going to happen soon. And we can also upgrade them, which is pretty good. So let's do that. Okay, we forgot about that one. Okay, anyway, we should also move Axel up here. 1, 2, 3. So ahead of us on the champions board. Okay, so the round is over, right? We used all our actions. So we then gonna check for monster invasion. We're gonna roll the invasion die. Well, we're probably gonna lose a die, right? Reduce spirit if the Karakeen comes. Maybe that's better. 3. So okay, that's this one. So we will lose a die. Use the basic one. Oops. All right, and this one flees. So we lose 1 step on champions board. Tide Terror. Okay, these are wonderful monsters, right? So we resolved all the monster things. We go into the refresh and upgrade die, right? We can do 4. We can upgrade these 2 into the elite die, and this one also into elite die. Now we have 3 elite dice, and these are also then refreshed. Move the judge to Chronoseum. We advance then now into the next crown, so we change the danger die right now into a more, and then we get 1 additional action disc. So now we have 4 action discs, so we need to move ahead of our allies, so we can utilize those in the last round as well to try to catch up with our rival. Okay, so start with our rival. Let's reveal a challenge card. We will go into Lamara Stadium, space number 1. There is no judge there, so we will reveal another card. And that ends up in Chronoseum, which triggers the plot threshold because we have 11. So here the plot threshold, or the plot effect, is remove monster hits equal to the plot strength. Okay, so this is actually pretty bad for us. 11, right? We're gonna remove 3, round it up. So the plot strength is 3. We don't have any hit tokens on any of the monsters, which means that we lose 3 spaces on the champions board. 1, 2, 3. That wasn't very good. We just lost 3 steps on the champions board. It seems like we're not going to be able to catch up with him. That's 10 spaces. That's going to be super. We're going to try. We're not going to give up. We're definitely going to go to the Chronoseum to perform a challenge. It's also a chance to pick up some more dice. Yeah, let's do this one. I think that fits pretty well with the dice we have available, and also maybe the symbols we need to get up. So I'm going to choose. I wonder if we should take a stunt card, maybe 2 stunt cards. Yeah, let's do that. See what happens. So the action disc, character, and we get the stunt card. When we draw a ring, choose a market card with a fruit cost up to your spirit trait level. Okay, that's pretty good because we have 3, so we can take a card. That's useful. And as the bonus action here, we also get to draw a stunt card. Refresh the number of dice equal to your spirit trait level. That's also very handy. These are good. We're gonna cash in on that one soon, I think. But anyways, we play the card to perform the challenge. Roll the dice and a new danger die. We're in front of the judge, so we're hoping to succeed with the test. Reroll that one. Okay, so we got definitely these ones. We didn't get any. That's pretty lucky because we only have one seashell. We got one resilience, so we're going to roll again. Hopefully we can. Yes, both. Oh, that's too bad. We got a double hit here, which means that we need to lose one die, right? We lose this one, but we succeed with the challenge, which is good, in front of the judge. We didn't get to push it, but we will increase our spirit 1 and our resilience 2. These are spent now. This one successful, so we get one step on the champions board. Since we were in front of the judge, we get to remove this one. We should have done that before we triggered. That was really unfortunate. Anyway, it's our turn. It's our rival again, so let's reveal another challenge card. He will go to Chronoseum, location number 1. It's in front of the judge. He gets 2 steps on the champions board. Okay, I don't really know what happens since he can't move anymore, but I move him in there, so I need to pass him, which is probably going to be impossible, right? Because there's only one space there. So we add this to the plot. He's in front of the judge, so no more cards revealed, so it's our turn. Okay, let's see what we can do. We have some stunt cards we're going to use here. We can use this sudden resilience, refresh number of dice equal to your spirit trait level. We have 3, so we can refresh 3 dice. That's nice. We also have this one since a while back, that we can get 1 shell, 1 fruit, and 1 novice die. So we spent that one. We're going to go to Droska Ring, so we can also use this one, right? So we're going to place a disc here, 2 shells. You get 2 shells. This card, when you visit the Droska, you may choose a card by the fruit cost up to your spirit trait level. We have 3, so we can choose this one, right? So we get 1 more shell and a novice die. So we fill up here with a new card, plus 1 resilience. That we're not going to do anything for. This is also used now. So we used our 3 stunt cards. Oh, I forgot to move this one here. The bonus action is that we can buy a card or gain a fruit. Let's go here. Well, let's spend 1 fruit to buy 1 die, the novice die. So now we have some die to perform some challenges with. Now we're going to perform this challenge here. It helps us move 2 spaces up on the champions board, which is good. Unfortunately, not in front of the judge. We need, so we can roll 3 die. Let's roll 1 of each like this, and the danger die. So we can roll 3 to a focus level. See what we got. So we got the spirit. Okay, so we succeeded directly here. Perfect. We need to absorb the damage, the danger die. So we fulfill this. We can increase our spirit 1, resilience 1. Good thing here though, we can remove 1 of these cards. We have fulfilled another set, which gives us 2 steps on the champions board. And these dice are spent. So we go into our rival's action. Reveal the card. He goes to the fold. And in round 4, he will inflict 4 wounds. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 more step on the champions board, but he cannot. Adds this to the plot. Now he has 7 on 2 cards in there. He won't reveal any more cards though, so that's good. Okay, let's see here. We need to catch up with our allies. So we're going to go to Chronoseum because we have a challenge we can perform there. So let's go and grab initiate dice and a fruit. There we go. We're going to try this challenge here. So we need 3 resilience. So we're going to roll 3 dice. And the danger die, of course. And we get 2 shells because there's 2 really high rolling on the danger die. We have that one. We have these. We can spend these 4 to turn this into resilience. So we succeed with our challenge. We add this to our line here, and then we get to remove 1 from the plot effect on the rival. We succeeded with the challenge in front of the judge, which means we get 1 step on the champions board, which means we can use eco as an additional action. These dice are spent, and we go into the rival's turn, right? He will go to Droska Ring, location 2, so he won't go to there. So he will go here once more and add this to the, he gets 1 more step on the champions board. He will add 4 more, which means that he kills this one. And he gets another step. I don't know how that works, but okay, we can use eco, but we're gonna save it. I think so. We're gonna go here. We need to refresh some dice if we're gonna be able to perform more action. So okay, let's go here. We can refresh a number of die equal to our resilience, which is 4. So we can refresh. We're gonna refresh these 3, right? And then 1 initiate die. We can now gain a fruit, or we can spend 1. I'm going to spend 1 to get 2 shells. I think that might be handy for the next. We can hopefully succeed within the challenge. And we go into our final rival action here, right? So he will go to Chronoseum, location 3, which is blocked. So he will go to the fold. 4 hits on the monster. Like that. 1 step on the challenge board. Okay, so let's see. This is our last action, basically. We're going to move eco. We're going to go here to Razor's Bay, or Lamara Stadium. So we go here. We're going to move the boat 1 step, which allows us to pick up a stunt card. I'm hoping that this is something good. Okay, it's not so bad, actually. It allows us to gain a guild die, or elite die, sorry. So we're going to go ahead and pick 1 of these. As the bonus action, we can move the boat another step. So we do that, so we get 1 more seashell. Then we're gonna perform this challenge. We can roll 3 die and the danger die. So that's a success right away, right? To succeed with that challenge. Because we have all this in, we need to absorb it with 1 seashell. Here it's a value of 3, so we can remove 1 of these. And we get to move up, sorry, to resilience, which is and 1 focus. Would have been important if in multiplayer, because we get 2 points, right? Okay, so these dice are spent. We didn't have any use for his skill, but we're gonna flip this card anyway and see here. He's gonna take 3 steps on the challenge board. 1, 2, 3. And we didn't catch up with Axel, so we can't use him, which is a shame. So basically the game ends here. Well, we didn't catch up with our rival. So this was hard. really, really hard. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the playthrough. This has been, like I said, in the beginning, a very big game in so many ways in terms of table space. But it's a really fun solo mode. I like that because I think it's challenging and it's really, really hard to succeed, I think. Anyways, let me know in the comment section if probably made tons of mistakes, and I will try to find out what happens when the rival hits the end of the champions board. If you know, please put it in the comments below, and I'll see you soon again. Take care. Bye bye.
Be like Draco. Follow Board Games with Niramas on Facebook at BGW Niramas.